Hi again, everyone. I'm AgriTalk host Chip Flory here with another installment of the Soy Checkoff Check-in. Joining me is Steve Reinhard, chair of the United Soybean Board. Steve, the last time that we talked, you were rained out. How are things going over in Ohio now?
Gone pretty good. I think a lot of people are getting done with first planting, and we've had actually quite a few replants go out for soybeans, more so than we've had in the last several years. We've had some tremendously heavy rains in different places and crops just not coming out real good, but we have corn and soybeans in all stages of development. And for the most part, though, things aren't looking too bad, probably about 20 to 30 days, maybe a little bit later than what we would normally like to see.
Right. Seems like you guys over in the far eastern belt can make up for some of that lost time with just a little bit of a stretch at the end of the season. Is that right?
Yeah, usually our first frost won't be till October 30th. And here lately, we've been getting them into November. So the key really is having that September rain to finish off those crops.
Right. Okay, this month on the Soy Checkoff Check-in, we are talking about biofuels, Steve, and with the increase in global focus on sustainable energies, the advancements in biodiesel production, sometimes you wonder, is this a be careful what you ask for kind of scenario? Can U.S. soybean farmers meet the rising demand for biodiesel?
Well, I think that we definitely have seen our yields increase over the past several years. And I think that we're definitely looking at different ways that we can be more productive in what we do with biodiesel. And we'll see more guys planting double crop soybeans behind their wheat than what we've had in the past. So I think that we're really working towards striving to fill that demand. And we've seen here the last, several months where we've actually seen market prices decline a little bit because I think we probably have a little bit too many soybeans around. So yeah, we continue to strive to hit that. And I think that we're going to be in good shape as we go forward.
Yeah. And that's the soybean oil side of the equation, Steve. There's also the meal that comes from the crush. And that's why it's so important to work with the livestock side of the industry as well, right?
Sure. When we crush a soybean, we get roughly 20% oil and 80% meal. And that meal is comprised of that high, protein, a good amino acid concentration and carbohydrates. And that's available for feed and fuel. And those are two things that will continue to help the animal agriculture world. And U.S. soybean farmers' number one customer is animal agriculture, specifically chickens. Chickens, turkeys, and pigs eat 97% of that soybean meal. That's just a great way that we can help produce that biofuel and at the same time help our animal industry as well.
Yeah, very cool. But as we look at the development of the biodiesel, the goal in place is 6 billion gallons of demand by 2030. Can that happen?
I think that can happen. We look at biodiesel production as dependent on the farmers of today and tomorrow, and our feedstock producers have an important role to play in, lessening the challenges for highly polluted communities and build those cleaner markets for using versatile, soybean oil. So I think that is a very achievable goal. And I think it's one that we continue to strive for through the soybean checkoff and working with our different partners to continue to create and meet that demand.
Yeah. And the infrastructure is something that the entire industry is working to get into place. And it's not just the ag industry. There's refinery money that is coming into the development and the crush facilities. It's kind of an all hands on deck, isn't it?
Yeah, we've seen refiners come in and want to be a part of the process. And I know here in Ohio, we had Cargill and Sydney that did a big expansion. We just had the Ag Innovation Campus up in Minnesota open, and they're looking at crushing soybeans. And when they do that, they'll provide the meal, of course, for the animal agriculture sector there, but then also help the researchers unlock new uses for soybean oil as well. And that crush plant continues to want to be a partner in that Minnesota area. And that's just another example of how we continue to look at different options to provide meal and oil to our markets. And when we have more oil because of the biofuel market, we have more livestock feed available. And that just creates another win-win for our farmers.
Yeah, fantastic. Steve, where can listeners go to learn more about how the checkoff is involved in this market development?
Sure. So if they want to go to United Soybean That's where they can go and find out more about what their checkoff dollars are doing and how we're working specifically in this case in the oil and meal markets as we continue to crush more soybeans.
Fantastic. Steve, thanks. Be safe out there this spring. Good luck with the crop. We'll talk with you again soon.
Yep. Thanks, Chip.
You bet. Steve Reinhard, USB chair, checking in on the Soy Checkoff Check-in. I'm AgriTalk host Chip Flory. Now let's get back to AgriTalk.